This is the Stanley Cup playoffs on EA Sports. Son of Beast and Terry Crews here. This is the postseason of the NHL 25. Hey folks, Son of Beast and LJ are back as we're ready to get things on for our next game of the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. The first game was definitely like the finishing off, and that one turned to be like it was a little unexpected that they changed it up into. But now, we're ready for another game. At this point on, the last game was supposed to be a tying range for the Edmonton Oilers, but came up short in the first game against the Vegas Golden Knights. It was happening with Victor Olofsson as he makes that one with a nice backhander on a shot. But this time, will the question be for the Oilers? Can they win this game and tie the series before heading to Edmonton? Or will the Vegas Golden Knights make a 2-0 in the home game? My next commentary supporters I have is Roy Cruz. He's also along with Pure Midi and Cool Beast. Standing by on center ice, I have one of our big takes in, Zoe Troop, who will be here with us here on center ice, and right around in the corner at T-Mobile Arena. Now let's get the next game on its way. Let's get it going and see what happens. Oilers, Knights, next on EA Sports. See you later, everybody, for the post-game show after this. Hey everyone, it's Roy Cruz, and we are here at T-Mobile Arena. Game 2 about to begin here for our Las Vegas trip as they rematch against the Edmonton Oilers in Game 2. Here we are, fellas, and we are ready to get things started. Game 2 begins now at T-Mobile Arena. On the starting group, we have Stuart Skinner and Aiden Hill are the starting goaltenders in game number 2 as we are underway in T-Mobile Arena. I'm here with my broadcast partner along with me and Pyramid and Cool Beast, and center ice is So True. Starting off his Echo, we will now find it over to McDavid as he gives to Hyman. Hyman chance now finds it to Bouchard, and he'll have that pass behind the back to Arvidsson. Arvidsson changes over to Ekholm as he gets to Hyman. Hyman look, Arvidsson on a shot carry around. It will be a first stop play on a save by Aiden Hill, and rebounded by Arvidsson. Arvidsson again to Hyman. Hyman again to McDavid, again to Arvidsson. He'll fire that range out. That big stopper puts on for Aiden Hill. Aiden Hill's really one of the best successful. When you're talking about it in the last game, he made a wonderful save, and he just made that one. Time is money to make that finish in. The last part of the game, as we already seen these before, he beats out over by the Edmonton Oilers in game number 1. It was a 7-6 final score. They thought they could have done worse. They would have tied this game up. But unfortunately, they didn't. They just stopped it, and it just went short as they came up here to pass it off. Right down to 0 seconds, and there was no buzz speed over that to make that finish. I totally agree with you there, Penny. Looking at the last game, and I've always got to say is that this is really like a hard intentional. But no matchup has ever been doing it by their teammates. However, they really have been doing all already. They weren't sure how they were going to prepare for it, and they really have been stammered to give that one a good use. Stop by Stuart Skinner. There's Skinner is just looking at it afterwards. Stuart Skinner, we made that huge save. This was the last part of it that he wasn't able to get that finish in there, and that time it was a little off. Now Jeff Skinner will give it over to Connor Perry as he gives it off to Klingberg. And here's KU with the big hit by Leon Draisaitl, and now he's off to Draisaitl. Fires across, shots blocked. Nurse with the rebound in again to Skinner, and he'll have that pass to Klingberg. Klingberg looks to Nurse. Nurse shot, he scores! It'll be the first goal to start in for the Edmonton Oilers. Last time in the first game, it was the Knights, but now the Oilers get this second goal to start it off. The second game goes to Darnell Nurse. The fire around back angle, and you're looking at after Klingberg, you have it over to Darnell Nurse. This fire raging on the puck and drop did not really settle it in. This was a big stopper that was going to put up that first goal to start in for Darnell Nurse. He now has 4 goals in the playoffs. He really has to get over this at the same time. Timing is everything. All you need to do it on that is just keep things going at the right time. The win for Vegas Golden Knights. He'll now find it over to Stone as he's right into the win. Slides it over to Howden. Howden's shot blocked up by the Oilers defender. He's on his way down. Nugent Hopkins. Big snooty save by Aiden Hill. He stopped that one really quickly afterward. Nugent Hopkins got a great block down in the crouch on Brett Howden. His shot was really like in changing trouble.
For Edmonton Oilers.
I wasn't
His
really
fourth
sure
goal
how
in
it
the playoffs,
was going to
first
make that
goal of the
one
game,
huge hit.
scored by number 25, Thordell
Youngbucks
Nurse.
swings to Brown.
Assisted by number 36, John Klingberg.
You'll have that one
And
carried
by
over
number
to Nugent
53,
Hopkins.
Jeff Skinner.
He got his last
Time of the
game,
goal
and
for
with
the
the
Edmonton
goal on the
Oilers,
power play
201.
effort, Nugent
Thordell
Hopkins
Nurse,
has
his
one
fourth
goal
goal
in the playoffs
of the
but he's
game,
looking to get
assisted
two
by
more
John
in
Klingberg
to get
and
his
Skip.
third goal in the playoffs.
In the first period at 2:01 in the playoffs.
Hopkins, he really able to change it up. Every time it happens with only changing, the time will tell the difference in. I'm pretty not sure how that will make that wrong beauty, but this marker will have to like give off with Nugent Hopkins to give that one with another change off goal. It can be a little hard, but no changing different would be preferred. But Colson shot, easy cut save by Aiden Hill. Now he's Storfiev as he takes his way down, now playing to Lavoie. Raphael Lavoie, big save by Stuart Skinner. Wildest save of the night here is Stuart Skinner. He's looking to get his 2 on his third and a saving of the night, trying to look for his first win against the Golden Knights in the second round. Henrique will have it over halfway to Amberson. So now try that one again over to Henrique. Henrique's shot, clutch save by Bill. He'll stop that one with only 16-17 remaining in the first period of the game. Along my broadcast partner and the crew, 1-0 starts Edmonton Oilers. Eichel wins the faceoff, and now Olofsson makes his way down into the Oilers territory. Got a little stop afterwards to close the gap off of Leon Draisaitl. Bouchard stops, makes his way to Leon Draisaitl. He has it now to Ekholm, he has it Perry. Perry shoots it, blocker save made by Aiden Hill. He'll have to hold it in the line to get ready for another puck drop. A few couple inches now to get this thing a start. That's right, the Vegas Golden Knights, they made their first win against the other team. And that other team, when we are looking at it, is the Edmonton Oilers. The last time they played for their first round in the postseason, it wasn't deterred about how they did on their own change-up. Didn't really think it was going to happen. Well, I'm really noticing that the Golden Knights really had that one stumbled up. They were sure that this was going to keep on from some time-off angles. What they don't seem to do that important now is they just really waited and waited patiently. I have never seen anything like this. But all that would matter now is that the Leon Draisaitl and their team, they would have to do it for everything. Not for once, but twice. More than twice. Or even first. They would have to play condensely on this range matchup. This would have to make it easier to make it defined between my two by the captain of Mark Stone and David. Here's Nurse swings it over to Draisaitl, and Perry with the rebounding. The full pressure's on for the Oilers. He grabs it back. They'll now find Evan Bouchard. Swings the shot, blocked again by Barbashev. And now Barbashev is right turned away. He gives a swing to Petrangelo. Bad kick saved by Skinner, and rebound by Arvidsson. Arvidsson gets it over to Nurse, and he'll have it swing back to Arvidsson. The Oilers are in the Golden Knights territory. Gives him swinging down right to the blue line, and there will be a cross-checking.
Vegas, number 21, 2 minutes for cross-checking.
Sometimes you just don't do it oftenly. That Brett Howden made a mistake after the last part of the game against the Wilds. You know how it happens. This cross-checking is not turning to be the same thing that they do for. And with this first cross-checking, he's going to get complimented, and this will be the first penalty kill. Start for the second round. Penalty kills on Vegas, and this will be Edmonton power play. Edmonton power play need to get that one in movement. They never had that power play
Vegas
goal
penalty,
one time.
number 21, 2 minutes on cross-checking on Brad Howden. Time of the penalty in the first period of the playoffs, 14 minutes, 36 seconds. 2-minute penalty on the Vegas Golden Knights on cross-checking on number 21, Brett Howden. Time of the penalty in the first period of the playoffs, 14 minutes, 36 seconds. That means your Golden Knights are in the penalty kill.
Trying to get the rebound, but McNabb has it back. McNabb will swing it out. Evan Bouchard clearing his own and has it to Ryan Hopkins. He has it to Brown. Brown right near the board, almost went right into the bench. Rebound by Henry. Corner side now finds Arvidsson. Robertson gets the changeover. That's stolen by Royal. The Golden Knights are in the Oilers territory. Here's Stover, a short-handed goal. That stops by Skinner. And he'll stay in put with only 13:37 remaining in the first period. Still plenty of time up in this period action. As the Edmonton Oilers have been one of the better teams, they're looking like they want to place their bet to get to the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time. Leon Draisaitl stops. Here's Connor McDavid in the middle, saved by Ian Hill. Leon Draisaitl with the rebounding to get a notice. He finds Connor McDavid. No penalty here on a poke check. Hurdle sends it up. And Darnell Nurse will send it over now for into Matthias Ekholm. Deep pass to McDavid. McDavid sets the Hyman. He'll give it to Draisaitl. We'll have to wait for outside. And that one gets a stop by Ian Hill as Colzer with the rebound. That Colzer really has shown out there. Great performance after. This won't change in an age, but this will change some time often if there's any choice between. Howden's penalty is almost done. Weirson will send it over to Higgy, and it's over to Barbashev. Edmonton Oilers come empty-handed on the power play. This will be 0-1 to start the second game in the playoffs. When I really said now that this would turn to be amazing for Ian Hill, not to spectate out for Connor McDavid, as he's really like trying to look for his open passage play. This won't change anything, but as always, this really is given a great use to change it back often. And now we do understand here, Roy, this really is given some great timing effort to make that one change go in. Now is ready to take the next puck drop in, and only 12:14 remaining. Draisaitl wins the face-off, but takes Ekholm off the face mask and rebound by Ekholm. Evan Bouchard right through it again to Ekholm. He gets to Skinner. Skinner's shot's blocked by the defender, and now Dorofia is running away. The full pressure's off for the Oilers. Evan Bouchard swings to Draisaitl, poked it out. Champ gives it back to Draisaitl. Draisaitl fires it shy. Easy pot saved by Aiden Hill. And now Perry kicks it over to Draisaitl, and now has it to Colson. He'll give it back to Draisaitl, and he's been tripped up, and now be slashing on Noah Hannafin.
Vegas, number 15, 2 minutes for slashing.
Noah Hannafin has simply gotten number slashing. There's one for grass checking, and there's one for slashing in game 2. Penalty kill on the Vegas Golden Knights. They'll have another chance for the Edmonton Oilers. They need to start doing something that they're big, and they just have to get another power play goal. We haven't seen anything like Robertson and the
Vegas penalty, number 15, 2 minutes for slashing on Noah Hannafin. Time and penalty in the first period of the playoffs, 11 minutes, 38 seconds. Vegas penalty on number 15, Noah Hannafin for 2 minutes slashing. Time and penalty in the first period of the playoffs, 11 minutes, 38 seconds. That means your Golden Knights are in the penalty kill.
The pass over to Brown. Brown makes his way down over to get Robertson. Robertson change up to Bouchard. Bouchard finds Nugent Hopkins, and he scores! Connor Brown deflects it in. It'll be a power play goal for the Edmonton Oilers. Now, I wouldn't say about Connor Brown, this is the big deflection. Now it's not Nugent Hopkins, it's now Connor Brown's turn to deflect it in. This really gotten a great use of it, and this is what happens with the play-by-play. You see Ryan Nugent Hopkins, this one deflects it, and got a great look. That's a great help here for the offensive zone. That one played out beautifully to give that one his own a 2-0 lead. So the Oilers have the extension up by 2. Connor Brown will have his 4th goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game in game 2. Didn't really think that Connor Brown would be able to make that one in there. He just really had shown off just the right timing. He just gets things going really well. And with that, it won't change it immediately to change that with some offensive duel. This offense possession is really changing the key to make the difference out of it. And by that, they'll have to try to meet it up again if they can do it the second time. Olofsson, moving around, can't get it to go. This one's back to Klingberg as he rolls it over to Perry. Perry makes his way down. He can't get it off that time, and it's out Jack Eichel the other way. Makes a hit. McDavid. makes his rush. Shot taken, saved by Hill. Klingberg. And Hill will stop that puck with only 10:20 remaining in the first period. All right, it's time now to send a center ice. I'll send it over to Zone Troop for Zach Hyman. Zach Hyman is really one of a professionary as he makes that one with a good cutter as he gives that one in great use.
Score for Edmonton Oilers. His fourth goal in the playoffs score on a power play by number 28, Connor Brown. Assisted by number 93, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. And by number 2, Evan Lucha. Time and a goal for the Edmonton power play, 8 minutes and 56 seconds. Connor Brown, his fourth goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game, scored on a power play, assisted by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Evan Bouchard in the first period at 8:56 in the playoffs.
Let's see how we can do in the second game to pick things up. Guys? Now it's up and ready to get things going after the goalie covered in with under 10 minutes to start the first period. Henrik wins the faceoff and Kulak has it over now and away to Emberson. He now has it over to Henrik. Good cut motion into toward the zone in the Vegas territory. Confident has it again to Emberson as he gets to Kulak playing Henrik. Breaks a shot, glove save by Gill. He'll stop that zone with only 9:34 remaining in the first period. And now to the other side, we'll send the Vegas Golden Knights. This time, it's Alex Pietrangelo. Alex Pietrangelo is really one of the great defensive effort. The rushing down on shutdown makes it easy enough to bring in with the stock down. What nobody is noticing before, how hard can he smash that in? It's one change, then we'll have it the other. I'll find out about Alex Pietrangelo with a big shutdown and some hard hits. Probably may not be no crossing afterwards, so we'll have to watch time carefully. Guys, thank you so much, So True. Buck pulls in again to Bouchard, and now Brown will have it. Again to Bouchard. Bouchard sends it over to Buck Olsen on the backhander, and it goes right toward the goaltender. Hill will stop that play with under 9 minutes remaining in the first. It's a lot taking time opportunity. 18/9 shots on goal in the first period. They still haven't found anything to get in. Now as Norris will send it over to Klingberg. He'll have it again, Mark. Backhander, missed away. Nugent-Hopkins with the rebound again to Brown. Here's Darnell Norris. Swings and misses, now playing to Brown. Brown now playing Nugent-Hopkins. Here's another one to Norris. Norris can't get it to go. Norris gives to Brown. Brown finds Nugent-Hopkins. He gets blocked up with the pass as Yalmark tries to able to push in. And you don't have anybody out there as this one will carry out. Olofsson. Lost that one as Brown will have it in again to Klingberg. He gives to Nugent-Hopkins for the second shot. Saved up. Rebounded in. Glove catch by Gill. 8:16 remaining in the first period. They'll hold things on to get ready for another puck drop. Got a win as now as McDack sends it over to Theodore. Theodore making his way down to Dorothea. Here's a chance in play. Ivan takes over. On his coming bounding, he gets down after it. Arvidsson with the rebound. And now back is Kulak. Behind next, McDavid. McDavid need a change off here. And he did not have anybody out there. Arvidsson gives it to McDavid on the backhander. What a pack kicked out by Aiden Hill. His timing was a little off, but he just holds his on. Sometimes you just don't make it easier enough for Connor McDavid, and you really have to have your time percentage. There's nobody else that you're going to have to try to do for. Don't take the backhander. If you can't do the backhand shot, just go the other plan. Don't take anybody away from it. Dorothea weighing away, knocked it down. Kulak with the rebounding again, over to Connor Perry. And now he's up again to Emberson, to Connor McDavid. Spins it over. Shot, stopped on the pad by Ian Hill. Mark Stone right in the wing. Enters the Oilers territory. Echo loses one. Pass broken in a chain to block that one in the middle. As Perry will send it over right in toward the wing to fire around the net. Leon Draisaitl able to come in, and he'll have it to Matthias Ekholm. Here's Bouchard, can't get it to go off of Draisaitl. Mateus Echo gets it to Jeff Skinner. On that one, for the rebound there. What a stop by Aiden Hill.
Oh, he really had that one with the Blake being out, and this time it was just unbelievable. They don't see anybody to know for. And what I need to know now is it gets really intense. I don't know what's going to change afterward.
You know, that Aiden Hill was making a bear drag. You have to try to do anything. There's no change out if you can never do this on your own. You don't have much time to think about this one for Aiden Hill, but his timing is dialed out the right way. Brown fires it, saved up again by Aiden Hill. And we're down to Bouchard, and he has it again to Echo. Echo shoots. He ran the goalpost. Whitecloud sends it over to the side, and he will now have this chance over in the win. Clears that zone. Rebound by Echo. Echo, pass broken up. Howden takes in. Glove saved by Skinner. He'll stop it with only 6:03. 2-0 Edmonton. A lot of time left in the period. Looking for the Aiden Hill to get his own better stoppage efforts to make some other great saves in the game. We'll see what happens if they do it. Wow, they ring off the goalpost the other way. Oh, that is like a ding-dong right on the pole, and it just went on flying right up from outside. I do not believe how that one was going to change everything. Here's another one to Colzer. He'll set it over to Pearson. Pearson passes to Petrangelo. On a shot, it's redirected off of Klingberg, and it's rebounded up by the Oilers. He'll send it to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Right around that. And rebound by Nurse. Nurse can't get it to go. Rural with the rebound again. His right turn his own. Moves around. Glove saved by Skinner. He'll stop that in play action with just only 5:20 remaining. With the next approaching down during the final minute in the first period, 2-0. Still the score for Edmonton. Eichel wins the face-off. Trying to get a step back, and he stopped it again by Skinner, crashing right to the middle of the net. That really has almost been turning like it's unbelievable. They wouldn't say that now. They just can't make that goal working. Here's McNabb, lays it over to Olofsson as Jack Eichel's going to turn away. And they go offside. That will be on Ivan Barbashev with only 5:01 in the first. Plus, we have another news here. Connor McDavid's trying to make his extended contract with the Edmonton Oilers, but he had his reaction for Alex Ovechkin. He tells it that he really has missed everything when he played for it. It's been a great year, but his final season playing against Alex Ovechkin will be the end of the era to make the finishing, and now he will make the finish to make that one new chain off to his retirement. Yeah, I would always have to say now that Connor McDavid's really having some reactions onto his thoughts and for anything that he really had chosen for. And I say, McDavid, I know that not Alex Ovechkin, but this will be the last part of the season to finish things in there before he sets off to his retirement. It's been a big year for him, and for everything about the grade 8, his next greatest player might be everything with the take for. And now he knows that he can definitely try to place it one last time at home and away at Washington. It's always a better day of his deal until Tom Wilson may be the next captain. Who could know? Maybe somebody else can be the next captain here for the Capitals. We'll see about that. Leon Draisaitl has it over now, finding Echo. Perry's right toward wing, back to Emerson. Draisaitl fires it, saved by Aiden Hill, and rebound by Olofsson. This wild, this wackiest on the play, it's almost been like exaggerating. That really is going to make that one stand it out. Draisaitl with the puck in. 3:39 remaining in the first period. He goes battle along the board. He will give a rebound to Echo. Echo to Skinner, and he just couldn't take a whip after him. At Barbashev with the rebound again to Tomas Turtle. Here's a chance in middle. Dorothy having a shot. Blocker save by Skinner. Draisaitl kicks the puck over to Brown, and he will now find Bouchard. Bouchard gives to Brown. Brown can't get it to go. Galmar goes offside with only 3:13 remaining. Next battle range in the middle is coming up between the Golden Knights and the Oilers. Now the win will be Tomas Spartle as Petrangelo will hand it over. Klingberg gets it back to Darnell Nurse looking for 2 in his goal game. Nugent Hopkins now sets it off to Galmar. He can't get it to go. It's rebounded up by Petrangelo. Another hit for the Oilers. The Void. Fire, save made by Skinner. Kicks that zone out. Puck escapes the zone. Gonna now have some new line change for Petrangelo's team. And Tomas Skirtle the other way. Tomas Skirtle sets to Petrangelo. Petrangelo making the way in. Pass to the way shot. Saved by Skinner. Alex Petrangelo with the rebound. Here's Howden. Stopped by Skinner. 2:29 remaining in the fourth period. They'll get ready for another puck drop in the Oilers territory. Now the win, Goose Klingberg, as the Oilers take it over, and he passes over. McNabb takes it back. McNabb gives to Howden. Howden, right turn wing, shoots it, misses wide. Rebound by Saad. Saad chance, dish over, gets back to Durst, and he went knocked from head. Here's Stone, sets the side, blocked the shot, rebound by Company. And they still keep it going. McNabb to Fedor, shoots him. Oh, he's broken the stick, and it comes to a failure as he doesn't have a stick with him. Oh man, that is like dirty, and how that happens, they don't have to take the cheap price after it for Shea Fedor. He's not playing without a stick. He's got to kick it with the blade. Durst, broken by Stone, and Stone will now send it to Howden, and Fedor grabbing it quickly over with the new stick. Here's Fedor with the shot. What a save by Skinner! And Bouchard trying to get it moving out of the way, and now Nurse will make a new change. Nurse. Coming motion now has it over to now playing to Arvidsson. Arvidsson cuts his way down. Shot on a chance. Save made by Aiden Hill. And now he will give it to Bouchard, and this one will set out his own. Near the end of the first period for 60 seconds remaining in the regulation. And now
There's only 1 minute remaining in the first period.
McDavid can't get it to go as Fedor gets it over the other way. Right toward center. Knocked the stick out. And Fedor shot glove saved by Skinner. Matthias Ekholm will have it over to Connor McDavid. McDavid rolls in for the backhander. What a save by Aiden Hill. Jeff Skinner rebounds it back to Bouchard. Every time you see that McDavid gets it off, he just needs some timing. This often is going to make that one change everything. But that's what happens with Aiden Hill. He makes a great save by McDavid. He would almost have been out lucky out there, but he wouldn't feel like he wouldn't be ready to finish it all. Here's Perry. Shoots a fat save. Skinner with the shot. Stopped by Aiden Hill. 30/19 shots on goal, and now Petrangelo down to 10 seconds remaining in the first. Bertle, Dorfiev, saved by Skinner, rebounded in, half-right of goal post, and just 1.4 seconds. They'll have to change off to make the quick shot goal before the time expires. The win, the timing releases, and it won't go in there. That will end the first period. 2-0 to score. Big save by Stuart Skinner. Had a great start off here and stepped for the last game. But this time, we'll see what happens with him to start the second period when we come back after the break. You're watching the NHL Stanley Cup Playoffs on EA Sports. We are off and ready to go for second period. Glad you have us back with us. We're off to start. And here we go. We are about to refresh in the ice, and we are back on the play and T-Mobile Arena as the game coverage continues. All right there, fellas. I know what you're looking for. Let's find out and see what goes into the first period for you guys. Connor McDavid and their team have really been playing oftenly. What they did not know is that they really just kept on from timing. This range attacker was just making its way through. Clearly, they have nobody else to give it often to. What they don't seem to do often is that they don't set the pass open plays. This really got not a lot of work in here, and he just did not have the right time to make that response. Golden Knights have really been overachieving their goals, but the Edmonton Oilers, they really have been working it off. They're in the third seed here in the Western Conference in a Pacific matchup. They won't change anything if they need to do everything on their own. Let's hope that they can definitely have their goals back. Connor McDavid with the puck. Right to wing is Science Skinner. Skinner sets to McDavid on the backhander, blocked away, and it's rebounded up by the Golden Knights. Perry gives it over to Connor McDavid. Howden takes over. And that pass broken up the play by Skinner. Perry's right toward outside. The rebound by Bouchard. Darnell Nurse finds Draisaitl. He won't get there through as Brent Howden with the rebound. Vegas back in offense zone. Right toward wall, crashes down, rebound by Nurse. He has it to Draisaitl. Draisaitl gives it to Bouchard. Bouchard swings the pass to Perry. In middle, Lyle and Draisaitl backhander, saved by Hill. Stops the play with only 18-12 remaining in the second period. Rebound into action coming up as it's a 2-0 lead Edmonton to start the second period. The win for Golden Knights. Now Shea Theodore holds it to Dorothea. Dorothea went him down. Oh my, that is a big collision on the hit near the wall. I didn't make this think it was going to be like hitting monstrous. This make-up was always going to be in chaos. That was almost going to be turning out not good at all. The rebound by the Golden Knights as Nurse is right toward the wing. Nurse gets it back. And rebound by Klingberg. Klingberg on his way to the tennis-net goal. The Yarmark and it's stopped by the pad by Aiden Hill. What a dive release. Oh, that's what I was always expecting. Aiden Hill was the passage. You see what is going on right over here? You see Aiden Hill. This pass up his way over to Mattias Janmark. And that one was a big diving. He just made that one stop. Unbelievable save. I would have mentioned that one afterward. I mean, if I were playing like the goaltenders, I would say that Aiden Hill is like definitely playing it for real. If I see that one in here, if I play as a goaltender, I would just have the right momentum to do is just watch the timing and go for a dive play. I would like to be him like Aiden Hill one day. Didn't do so well. I mean, maybe that point he'll be the best goaltender of the night. I would definitely do so. Here's Bacolza trying to get his first goal in. Had save, rebound by Bacolza. Emerson, Kulak, Emerson, blocked the shot. Rebound by Bacolza and Emerson rebounds to Kulak. Now it's Kapanen right to it away. He knocks that out. Hill will try to get the Theodore with only 17 minutes in the second. Right to the middle to Kulak. The one broken up. And Reek sets it to Emerson. Kapanen went down with the sledgehammer. And Emerson will try to clear that zone out of here. And he will not get it there in time. It's back to Hyman. Hyman spins around. Blocked a shot in defensive traffic. Here's Theodore. That one wasted out of the zone as Connor McDavid's back on ice. And Klingberg will set to Zach Hyman. He'll now set it over. Here he comes. Arvidsson shoots, scores. Great pass off by Zach Hyman, and it's Arvidsson. He gets another goal in the playoffs. It's number 6. Just when I expected before, Zach Hyman was really making his way. Pressure has it all. The key motion is keeps over to Victor Arvidsson, and right toward its way, you see that pass in. You got to look at the close quarter range, and you just had it done sending it over to Arvidsson. This is the shot range that they get. And that goal makes it perfectionary for Zach Hyman to get it on. The win by Connor McDavid, as this will now be Nurse again to McDavid. He'll try to rush in for speed, and he'll just send it around the net to get off to Hyman. Hyman, again to Klingberg as he gets a Nurse, and he'll find Arvidsson. Arvidsson has it to Klingberg, and he'll now find McDavid. Shot from the range. Pitch saved by Aiden Hill. It's back to Nurse. Klingberg has it over to get a Hyman. Right to Arvidsson for 2. Step in the blocker made by Aiden Hill. Hyman does it again. He went down with a collision, and it's rebounded by Matrangelo. Great Russian defensive effort. I mean, that's a big shutdown as he gets right over on Hyman. That's a big, wonderful stop. Right to the middle. Time is a little too off here on Jack Eichel, and he now finds Matrangelo. Shoots it. Rebound by Olofsson. That one kicks it out, and it's Barbashev with the rebound. And this one will find the net. He scores! Behind the basket, Adrian Barbashev. He'll get his first goal of the game and on the board, 3-1. Well, Anderson had a little exception. I mean, his goal wasn't really perfect. And when this happens right behind the net, it was a little bit undetermining how that one would change out. He wasn't sure how that
Score
was
for Edmonton Oilers. His sixth goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game, scored by number 33, Victor Arvidsson.
Really well.
Assisted by number 18, Zach Hyman. And by number 36, John Klingberg. Time of the goal, 3 minutes, 33 seconds in the second period.
Another goal and a wildest empty net to make their way to find an open room as Matthias Ekholm with his third in the playoffs. This is amazing. Just look at how this happens. Well, I just really didn't think I was going to make anything easier. And I was not sure I was going to make it in there. And all that I know how this would set is, this won't be able to take anything with the shots on goal. This range of bound was just open wide enough, and nothing really standard it out. On that one was really innocent. Playing on this one goal was not really the easy one for Matthias Ekholm, but really takes it off with a nice on the goal. This won't be like the day really comes in for opening. The win for Leon Draisaitl as he heads over to Ekholm. He'll get his fourth goal in the playoffs. Matthias Ekholm sets to Leon Draisaitl. And off to Ekholm. Shot blocked it up on a pad, and this one goes right back to Brett Howden.
It's for goal in the playoffs. Score by number 49.
Solid pass to Bertrand. Hooks a check there for right scored Skinner. And it's now back to Bouchard.
Assisted by number 95, Victor.
Deep range over now finds Jeff Skinner.
And by number 9,
lost that one. It's rebounded by Hindu. Watching play.
Time of the goal, 4 minutes, 26 seconds. Ivan Barbashev, his first goal in the playoffs, assisted by Olofsson and Eichel in the second period at 4:26 in the playoffs.
The deep pass range to Nugent Hopkins. Back on a shot. Save made by Hill. 14-18 remaining in the second period. They'll hold things in to get their thought break. We haven't passed the midway mark in the period. 4-1's the score, Edmonton. Down the lane. Here's Kulak. He finds Anderson. Now finds Brown.
Score for Edmonton Oilers. His third goal in the playoffs. Score by number 14, Matthias Ekholm. Assisted by number 2, Evan Bouchard. And by number 29, Leon Draisaitl. Time of the goal, 4 minutes, 48 seconds. Matthias Ekholm, his third goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game, assisted by Bouchard and Draisaitl in the second period at 4:48 in the playoffs.
He'll hold it up with only 13:50 remaining in the second period. Now we're set, ready for another puck drop. 89 over 79% on a passing effectiveness for the Golden Knights. And Eichel wins the face-off. He broke the stick too. We got two players that broken up the stick, but he got another one. While he was rushing over by to the bench, he was saying, grab me the stick. And really he did. He did show up, so great timing happened. Klingberg. Enrique swings and misses on a slapper as he went down. Kapanen gives it to Klingberg. To Nurse, broken it up. That goes in. To Klingberg. Kapanen. Back to Klingberg. And it's right over to Jack Eichel. Now to Olofsson. It's back to Enrique. The Oilers are back in the offense as now they will rush it in. The Golden Knights mix it off across after the puck steal. Hofa, man defender attacker. Big hit by Kapanen. Kapanen rebounds it. Here's Bouchard. They have a squeezing protection in there, and now Barbashev will have it in. Swings and misses. Kapanen with the rebound, and he'll have it the other way. Now Connor McDavid gets to the crossfight in the Edmonton to the Vegas territory. Off to Bouchard. Bouchard gets back to McDavid. He'll now make a new change. He now gives Arvidsson a chance. Here's Brendan Saad. He is in the wing. Off and fire around the net. He's over to Hyman. Hyman with the full sprint. Off to McDavid. Head save! Unbelievable stab! He really kept on from coming! Denied the effort! 12-10 remaining in the second period. They're off to take their next face-off. And they're off to take this one for another puck drop. It's 4-1 lead in the game. The win for McNabb. He'll save it over to Saad. Saad right toward Wayne. Fires a glove save by Skinner. Emerson now has it over to Janmark. Tries to get it back. And he'll fire it out on the line after Brown. Brown, pass to Kulon, over to Emerson. Emerson gets knocked in and rebound by Stone. Stone, up across the glass and rebound by Kulon. Emerson, and Skinner will hold it here with only 11:38 remaining. The Wing will put it in. That block shot again by Mateus Elmar. Peter shoots. Another save. Puck is right toward the corner. It's now finding to get to Elmar. On its open range is Brown. Brown holds it. Need to try to regroup here as Lavoie has it over to Theodore. Theodore now finds Dorfiev. Dorfiev. And Herda. To Dorfiev, and a shot almost went in! Unbelievable! That one was almost going to make another goal for the Golden Knights. He didn't really feel that proud of himself. That one was really close. Yeah, well, that was really like the closest on the range. He didn't think it was going to be in there at the same time. That was crazy. Barry finds Nurse, and it's now Dorfiev battling along the board. And now the rebound by Shea Theodore. The deep pass to Lavoie. Lavoie making his way. He was right toward the wall. And now that rebound by Olofsson. Olofsson shot. Gives it over. The save by Skinner. Lavoie. Olofsson shot. He scores! This one is down by 2. Olofsson has another goal in the playoffs. And all they said now that Olofsson had his third goal in the playoffs. He wasn't outstanding with this one. But this last group just got it back down by 2. There is no way that they really changed it. And what Olofsson did, this is the range that slack today. And that goaltender didn't save enough energy and didn't have enough time to get in. That's another stoppage that's going to make that one go in. They're down by 2. Victor Olofsson, he gets his another playoff goal. That will be his third in the game. Off of the winning face-off puck drop, he's returned. He now finds Hyman. Hyman didn't get through. Barbashev will now hand it over to Olofsson. Olofsson looking for 2 more goals and to get a hat trick. And Arvidsson takes it over. He finds McDavid. McDavid rushes in. Big save by Aiden Hill. Again to stop the drop. The captain wasn't really thinking, wasn't always putting on. But they just need some time again to try to slow things down. Looks like McDavid really needed to slow things up. How are they going to change it? And they need to do it better.
Assisted by number 36, Raphael Lavoie. Top of the goal, 9 minutes, 32 seconds in the second period. Victor Olofsson, his third goal in the playoffs, assisted by Raphael Lavoie in the second period at 9:32 in the playoffs.
Barbashev has it across. 3-on-3 battle. Back to Barbashev. Rolls it in with a shot. Rebounded. Right near the net and past the line. And it's now back to Kapanen. He gets it over to Kulon. He rolls the puck goals in. Stayed out of his zone. Petrangelo. Off to Olofsson. 9-10 remaining in the second period. Glove save by Skinner. He'll stop that in here for 2 to score. It's Olofsson. Here are the upcoming games here. I'll be coming up later in just a few days. We have game number 3 approaching, and this will be the 2-1 series for this one, as it's now a tie series range, as they'll be ready to take things on. We've got our big range of the Capitals and the Devils. They'll be happening at Prudential Center. First game starts at 7:30 p.m. And then our next game will be at Dallas as the Stars take on against the Winnipeg Jets, as they had a 2-0 lead over the other side of it. down by one quickly, and they're looking to tie it up. I thought that timing was great action. Brett Hopkins hit that one with a fire range in, and he just had that great goal coming back down. This is his fifth, and now his sixth goal in the playoffs. He really made it all the way through. And without any stopping that over 9 minutes, they really kept on coming back afterward. It is a one-point game and another 9 minutes remaining in the second before third period. Now here's the win. This will get back to Emerson to Kulak, and he'll now find Brown. Brown makes his way. Here's a setup at anything Hopkins. Hopkins sets the pass to Kulak, and here's Emerson. He'll fire that one. He went off the yard mark and rebounded up by Brown. Edmonton Oilers continue their moving shift in for the pass effectiveness. Emerson goes outside. He will stop here at 8:39. Now we'll take number 2. As we have the Devils facing on against the Capitals at Prudential Center. That game coverage will start at 7:30 p.m. And then our next game will be Dallas Stars as they face against the Winnipeg Jets at Dallas at American Airlines Center. That next game will start at 9 p.m. on the other side. If you're looking for your next part of the game, get in the line and join in for the next NHL Stanley Cup playoffs to get in for yours a best in the regular season.
Assisted by number 7,
25 and 26 will be the next stop to get things approaching in. It will continue to make its new era to have the new season in season number 5 to roll
time
on
of the goal,
in.
11:01 remaining in the second. Brett Howden his 6th goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game, assisted by Alex Petrangelo and Hague in the second period at 11:01 in the playoffs.
In a second. And then after that one, we will have our next game. The first part of it, as you'll see, the Florida Panthers, they'll face against the Ottawa Senators. Happen here at Ottawa, Canada, with the first part of the game happens at 7:32, and the next part of the game will be 9:30 as the Oilers are at home at Rogers Center, and they'll be playing against the Vegas Golden Knights in game number 3. There's a lot of great text message, and there's a lot of great send-off plays right in the range, but we'll see how well they do for the Edmonton Oilers if they tie it up in this series. Brett Howden. Plus that one, Jeff Skinner takes over. He now has it to Connor Perry. Saving a lot of energy here, and he'll find Skinner. Skinner's shot, big save by Gill. Now brought inside, he will send it over to Theodore, and Draisaitl with the puck carried out. He gives it to Ekholm, and off to Bouchard. Perry, again to Ekholm. Here a lot of moving of pucks in, back and forth for the Edmonton Oilers. Bouchard sets to Perry. Perry gives to Draisaitl. Again, a Perry, backhander won't be enough. Rebounded by Theodore, and he'll now have that one carried on by Perry. Pass to Draisaitl, broken up. On his way down, saved by Skinner. He'll stop it with 6:45 remaining in the second. Another face-off puck drop is underway to get things started up. Nearing closer to a 15-minute mark on the pass. 4-3 still score. Looking to tie the game for Eichel. McDavid wins the face-off. We're at Kulak right behind the net. Have that over now, finding to Connor McDavid. He'll send it over to Emerson. He looks to Hyman. Hyman with some timing effort and back to Kulak. Here's one-timer Emerson. Not enough to get there. This will stop on a glove save by Aiden Hill. This really is just all over the limit. They're not really sure how that one is going to stay out. When all this happens now, they don't change it. It's not going to be easy when you do it often. Here's Petrangelo, sets the Hague. Hague pass to Barbashev. Fires it. Safe play again by Stuart Skinner. Connor McDavid at his own. He'll hand it over to Hyman. Hyman, 2-1. Stop by Hill. Victor Arvidsson trying to get another goal, but this one shuts down by getting a goal. Already, this is the second time that happens. Nothing really sets a matter, and this really had showing off the right time of the goal. This really took in from the hedge, and not really what anybody does for it. Klingberg shoots, head save, Victor Arvidsson! Went off the goalpost out on the side of the net, and it's rebounded by Olsen. He finds Barbashev. This one races in the middle. Klingberg will send it over to Nurse. New replacement will be Leon Draisaitl. Now here's Hurdle. And that pass broken up as McCausland's back on ice with Darnell Nurse. Nurse can't get it to go. Nurse looking open on the offense here. It's off to Bouchard. Hunter claps it. Save again on the blocking defender on the traffic. Here's Lavoie. White's on the wing and he's on in the middle. The Edmonton Oilers are in the offense zone. No cross-checking on the boarding. Poked it out of Pada. Bob Colson takes this over and now has it again to Henrique. Henrique shoots, safe play. Whitecloud rebounds. Kapanen takes over. Looks to Ekholm as he gets to Bouchard. A lot of easy plays afterwards as Ian Hill makes another stop. Well, we didn't really think that was going to matter with Evan Bouchard, and this really has to make that stop out. This is not a pressure, what they really need to do for it. They got to start making their way in. Otherwise, they'll be left out in the rock. To Nugent Hopkins' pass is broken up by McNabb. And now has it to Kulzer. Kulzer shoots, saved by Skinner, and he'll stop in with only 4:25 remaining in the second period. Now as they're ready to get things on, as their another puck drop is on its way between Edmonton and Go Vegas. Ruau wins the faceoff. Big stop by Skinner, and he now gets to Amberson again to Kulak. Kulak's been in a better message afterward. I mean, what happens with Stuart Skinner, it wasn't really the big change afterward, and he really had it all coming back down. Yeah, they're expecting that the late penalty is going to be on Vegas. That's going to be a holding on the boarding. That'll be on Vegas. Kulak watching on Emerson, and he now finds the Zach Hyman. Again to Brett Kulak. Getting an extra player on as he tries to keep moving in. Right toward corner. And he'll have to reset it again for the Edmonton Oilers. All the way down, right toward in the wall. Emerson will have it over to carry it in. And he'll now try to have that deep pass back again to Brown. Brown fires up and around again to Matthias Janmark. And this will stop in as Brady McNabb goes with the
Vegas, number 3, 2 minutes for interference.
Penalty kill on the Vegas Golden Knights again. Brady McNabb in a penalty box. Power plays on for the Edmonton Oilers. They need to get these things out of the way. They got to get out of here. Otherwise, they're going to get their short-handed goal.
Vegas penalty number 3. 2 minutes on interference on Brady McNabb. 7 penalty in the second period of the playoffs. 4 minutes, 15 seconds. Vegas Golden Knights penalty number 3. Brady McNabb for 2-minute interference. Time of the penalty in the second period of the playoffs. 4 minutes, 15 seconds. That means you Golden Knights are in the penalty kill.
Outside range to Ekholm. Wow, wonderful on stop and make afterward. That Stuart Skinner really seen that one at Aiden Hill. I don't know how that he did, but that was really unplayable. Stopped by Stuart Skinner. Whitecloud takes it over. And as Howland will send it out of here in the zone. Finding again a Nurse. He'll find Ekholm. Knocked him down. And Howland will settle it in and will cover it in for Skinner with only 2:48 remaining, 1:10 left on the power play. Now is the way to get this thing going. 62 or 52 hits here between the Edmonton and the Vegas. Henrique wins the faceoff. Ryan Nugent sends it out to Victor Arvidsson. On his way down right to the wing. We'll have it back to Bouchard, just about 59 seconds. Nugent Hopkins shot misses off the timing. And it's now back to Bouchard. One time, Nugent Hopkins, he scores! It's a power play goal for Nugent Hopkins. He gets 2 in the playoffs. An excellent go-ahead goal for a one-time shot. That was the second. This is just like the last part of the game. You really see that Ryan Nugent Hopkins was able to make that one in. Once he regroups, he makes that one with another shot and just ricochets right in the net. That is unbelievable how you made that one in possible. And that power play goal made that one in. You're up by 2. It was a 5-3 game. So the Golden Knights are trailing by 2, and the Oilers lead by 2. We're nearing down the 2:30 mark. Ryan Nugent Hopkins got 2 goals in the playoffs. If he gets his 3rd goal in the playoffs, he'll have 2 in a game. And if he gets his 3rd in a game, he'll have 4 goals in the playoffs. Perry's right turn again to Bouchard, and he has it again to Draisaitl. Drysdale sets to Perry. Perry knocked it down. Rebounded by the Golden Knights. Perry gets it back and rebounded over to Drysdale. Here's a set over to Bouchard. Here's Echo, shot blocked by Rua.
Score for Edmonton Oilers. His second goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game. Score on a power play, number 93, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Was assisted by number 2, Evan Bouchard. And by number 33, Victor Arvidsson. Time on a goal for the Edmonton power play, 17 minutes, 29 seconds. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, his second goal in the playoffs, scored a power play goal assisted by Bouchard and Arvidsson in the second period on a power play at 17:29 in the playoffs.
Durst finds Perry with 90 seconds remaining in the second. Pietrangelo sets to Olofsson. Olofsson deep pass to Barbashev on the salsa. Olofsson shot, glove save by Skinner. Nurse, right around the back to Klingberg. And he's over to Henrique. Here's Henrique, new line changing. And he can't get it over to Nurse as it's Olofsson with the buck seal. Nearing down the final minute in the second period as he now gets to Hague. Here's Hague.
There's only 1 minute remaining in the second period.
We're under 1 minute remaining in the second period as this will be our next face-off puck drop in the Oilers territory. The win for Eichel. He fires it. Can't give a play after it. Rebound by Brown. And he'll have to foul that one out. Olofsson. Here's a chance for McNabb. Shot. Glove save by Skinner. Emerson clears his own. Yalmark takes over now finding to Brown. And Brown will give it over now to Kulak. Kulak to Emerson. Here's a chance. Shot saved by Gill. Only 33 seconds left in the second period. They'll be able to get their next reinforcement to get started for another puck drop it in. 23 over 22. If this will be even, then it will be 23. Nugent-Hopkins evens up the faceoff wins as it's now Emerson. Getting to Kulak. Kulak went down. Emerson watching Endorphia. Going its way. Emerson scores! Raised it down before time strike zero. He gets 4 in the playoffs. Don't ever remind me that Pavel Dorfia, he really has raced it forward and just passed by Skinner. This is the closest game that we are looking through. And with this goal, it can never get worse than that. But it gets another playoff goal. Last time was an error, but now this time, it makes it clear to have a next goal for the Golden Knights. About 20 seconds left in the second period. Dorfia beats the time of 19:39, time of the goal in the playoffs. He now finds it to Zach Hyman. Right toward its way, around the net, and back out of it is now Lavoie. Arvidsson stops it up. Here's Emerson, down to 7. McNabb, Dorfia, trying to tie it up. 2 seconds, 1 second. Broken up, and that'll end the second period. Pavel Dorfia getting a close game in midget, 5-4. Third period's underway after this. Here we go. Period 3 about to begin in Vegas. Well, it's been like a tightness contest matchup, and looks like we have one more period to finish it all in game 2. Let's see what happens if there is anything that gets right to tie it or break it out. Alright there, cool beast and committee. I'll have it over to you guys and see how they did. Oh, Connor McDavid! What a goal, and he made that one deflected in to start the third period. About 7 seconds. Are you seriously joking on that? Watch what happens with McDavid is he really sets it up. You see that as a rejection? That's another goal for Connor McDavid. He now gets 6 goals in the playoffs. He really had that big tipper right in the range. He really passes off that quickly, and he wasn't really making a mistake to give that one another look. Now you can't believe it that they really have been like pushing their boundary. Looks like that Evan Bouchard is watching on Connor McDavid getting another goal. He's got 6 this time, so if he gets another one, it'll be number 7.
Score!
Take number 2 again. Back to you guys.
Alright, we can do that again.
40 Golden Knights. His fourth goal of the playoffs. Scored by number 16 unassisted. Pavel Dorofeyev.
And it really had
Time of the goal, 19 minutes, 40 seconds in the second. Pavel Dorofeyev, his fourth goal in the playoffs, score unassisted by a team in the second period at 19:40 in the playoffs.
But I really got a great feeling that Brian Hopkins has really been making his good playoff in boundary. He really had shown off his great intentional skills as he really makes it a clear use of his angle. Nothing that I say for that is that they really have been keeping his game going farther and farther. But once he gets it now right into the range, he will have to try to stay put if he gets that skull in. Connor McDavid and the team are looking for a tying series, so there'll be less for hope. I bet so. We'll have to try that one out.
Score for Edmonton Oilers. His sixth goal in the playoffs, scored by number 97, Connor McDavid. Plus assisted by number 14, Matthias Ekholm, and by number 18, Zach Hyman. Time of the goal in the third period, 17 seconds. Connor McDavid, his sixth goal in the playoffs, assisted by Ekholm and Hyman in the third period of the playoffs at 17 seconds.
Leon Draisaitl with the rebound. Six to Klingberg. Howden with the puck steal. Here's Howden. Knocks him down with a hit by Leon Draisaitl. Roll back the other way with the big hit in the Oilers defender. There is nobody to get that one open to. Knocks it away. Perry with the own rebound. He races right toward the net. Off to Draisaitl. Safe play by Gill. Leon Draisaitl has it again to Nurse. One-time Anderson. Can't get it to go. Draisaitl with the rebound. Has it over to Nurse. One-time Anderson. Glove snatch by Gill. He really took that one with the fighting dust afterward. It's a 60/44 shots on goal. A lot of timing was changed crucially. It was not really what they expected for that. Kulak and their teammates are all with the goals on end. They just did not find any open rooms afterwards. He found an open, tight squeeze. They wanted to challenge themselves. But the defender's pretty on them. He really had that one roughing it in at the same time. I wouldn't see if there is anything that gives it up for the next segment. It's going to be hard that they will have to change it up entirely. And Brian Hopkins right around the net to Brown. Brown with the pass to Emerson. Emerson gives it over to Youngmark. He can't get it off that time as only 7:13 remaining in the third. Here's LeBoy right toward the zone. This one is carried out. And Brown with the rebound over now to Youngmark. Open the pass range. To Emerson, broken it up. And Connor McDavid trying to enter her back. Defended through. Zach White trying to find Dorofeyev. Dorofeyev shoots, saved by Skinner. Stewart adding another rebounding in with a save. And now McDavid has it to Arvidsson. Arvidsson swings to Emerson. Right to the alignment. What a stop by Aiden Hill. And McNabb with the rebound the other way. That really would almost change entirely. He just made the good pass over to Zach Hyman. He would have just made that. Great change. Now he gets to McDavid. Whitecloud takes over and lifts him back. Fires in range. Saved by Skinner. 16:25 remaining in the third period. They'll be having another face-off on its way down in the Oilers territory. 60/47, like the last time we saw that one, right to the board on the left. And the win for Henrique. He's over now. And Pyle goes for the roughest hit here. Here's Eichel, sends a shot, saved by Skinner. Bouchard rebounded over to Eichel. He wanted to change it up again to Bouchard. And here's Henrique. He can't get it to go. Look at this fans, they are rushing it in on the full of pressure. Time looking down, and a big save by Skinner. He really had that one be careful. It would almost be like an absolute insane for Stuart Skinner to rule it out. The rebound by Klingberg, and now Leon Draisaitl has it again to Ekholm. Ekholm pass to Draisaitl. Trying to make the range to Podkolzin. Podkolzin pass to Klingberg. Ekholm went offside, and this will change back in the center of the center faceoff for our next win. 11:52 over 2:49. That was for the Golden Knights. They had at least. But the most challenging one, most energy gaining on the attack was 11:29 for the Edmonton Oilers. They've been pushing it off big here, and they really wanted to try to get away from the defenders. They had nowhere to be out. I wouldn't bet I would. I mean, if anything changes off, that would have been almost like impossible to maintain its win. This pressure out is going to make that one hard to go.
Golden Knights trail by 2, 89/80 on a grassing effectiveness.
Draisaitl wins the faceoff, has it to Klingberg, and to Norris, went right between the legs, and as Klingberg gives to Norris, he'll now have it over to Jeff Skinner. Skinner fires, saved by Hill. He'll hold this play in with only 15:06 remaining as we're nearing a 5-minute pass mark. And they're ready to get their next puck drop in. The next win will be Brett Howden. Noah Hennepin gives it over to Whitecloud. He'll dump that zone out of here. It's Klingberg right behind the net as he has it again to Draisaitl. That one went too far and it goes back to Whitecloud and given to Noah Hennepin. Noah Hennepin lost his range, rebounds by Whitecloud. Whitecloud will fire that one around the net. And here's Nurse, he will send it to Klingberg. Klingberg looks it over to McDavid. Oh, he wiped him down. The captain goes down. Oh, what a stop in making. That one really wipes down the Connor McDavid on the captain. There was no roughing, no cross-checking. That was a clean defense.
Alderson rolls to McDavid.
Here's Hyman. That shot is off and unstable to get that control. Back to Zach Whitecloud. He will send it up and out of play. Next and closer right into the midway mark of the period. Edmonton's been a better paired team as they are already up by 2 to keep that game from coming back. Olofsson looks at Barbashev. Emberson now has it over to Yelmark. Yelmark passes down finally to Emberson. And he rolls it over to Brown. Here comes the pass play. And Kulak will try to reset here again to tie Emberson. Emerson went afterwards. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins right around the net to Kulak. Kulak sits the yellow mark and he has it over to Emerson. Watching out for an offside as you'll now have it to Brown. And now they're all clear. They'll get back into the offensive zone. It's a good stoppage afterward. They need to regroup. They had no one to protect afterward and they need to keep that plane from coming back. They just don't have the right choice to do for it and they need to get that one the right certain amount of time.
So a lot of time left for the Golden Knights.
They're looking to tie this one game for 6 as we're nearing the 13-minute mark in the third. Here's to Hague. Hague pass in the middle. Poked it up by Bouchard. Stop on a backhander. Made a great save. And now it's Arvidsson. He has it the other way. Here he comes. The Simon shot saved by Gill. 13:04 remaining in the third period. He's holding pressure in the big team tonight to make that beauty save inbounding. Now what I always have to believe on what Adin Hill really have to do for it. This is why that Adin Hill's really getting that use of a strong play afterward. There's no change to that if they really had wanted to get that one over to big inbounding. Now Dorfield. 3-on-2 opportunity. Stop by Skinner and rebound by McDavid. That was really quick afterwards. When McDavid really needs to know what Skinner really made, this pass-up was made of huge dialed-in saves. That really makes it incredible to give that one an open look. This reaction is making it quickly and timely done. Tomas Skirtle dumps that zone, now is it an Echo. And he passed to Perry. Perry's back in his zone, and he slows that one down. Gives it to Echo. And it's now off the side. This rolls to Howden. Poked it. Rebound by Saad. Here's Howden. Changes over. No penalty on the Edmonton. And here's Klingberg. He will now send it over to Skinner. Skinner pass to Perry. Fires it deep. That was high and it's off the glass and rebound by Draisaitl. Skinner Again, Echo. And that one rebounds by the Oilers. Now he will make a new change to Skinner. And back on ice will be again to Klingberg to give over now to Henry. Brendan Saul on a one-on-one opportunity. Good poke check by Kapanen. And now rolling middle. Ability did not handle it all as they will stop in for Stuart Skinner with 11:32 remaining. Here they come, ready to get the next puck drop in the Edmonton territory. 6-4 to score. The win for Klingberg. Knocked him Dykeberg about. Barbashev shot saved made by Skinner. Here's Barbashev inbound, saved by Skinner. Norris rolls again to Henry. And Klingberg will set it off to Kapanen. This is really what they all expected now, but the heavy cruise crashes are really not important to get off to it. This brings off to a heavy start, but this racing into the finish is not going to make it easy enough. Henry will fire it up and around the net again to Emerson. Emerson keeps the play going and pass to Kulak. Kulak watching out for offside. He finds Brown. Brown right to the middle. Yelmer fires his shot. Turn around the soccer gets saved by Ian Hill. Here's Olsen. Gets close in range. Emerson takes it off. He now finds Kulak. Kulak to Nugent Hopkins is broken up and is icing on the Edmonton Oilers. If you're preparing for yourself, the new skit is going to be underway soon with the screen drop. But first, the party freakout is getting closer and closer. Once he finishes editing, we will let you know by the time it's going to be done. Premiering on July 30th, only on Son of Beast. But there's only one more clip to remain here, and this one will be the edit to get on his way to New York. So he is about 75% done to 85% done, but there's only a few more edits to do to change things up here at the Skirball Theater. Don't miss that one out, as this will be the Party Freakout featuring the BFTI and Enemy Sanity Tour. He is almost getting to a closer ride down to the finish line, get some a little edits here that are not needed, and for some big action plays, it will be all soon and ready. You won't miss that one on this own way for a new skit. New content will be good. Next, on July 13th, on Son of Beast. Brown kicks it up. Past the midway mark in the third period with 9:30 remaining as Hannafin gives it off to Kolzer. Kolzer past the Hannafin shot. It goes off the glove and rebound by Bouchard. Rebound behind the net. Arvidsson trying to get it out. Hyman now switch to Arvidsson. A lot of big battle going on afterward. Keep the zone by McDavid. McDavid slows that one down. He will not get a goal this time. He will give it off to Perry. Perry shoots and scores! Great goal and goal for Corey Perry. And it's McDavid with the assist. Yep, I told you that one, so that wouldn't be able to be nearly like anything. Now you know that Corey Perry was able to get this one a good shot on the goal. It's nothing to change in. He really has shown it off, the big tipping on the range. He won't change in anything. And what could needed is, he really has that one all bring it down. That's another goal in the playoffs to give it off to. I was not really seeing anything how that happens with Corey Perry. He really gets his own first goal in the playoffs. Corey Perry, his first goal in the playoffs after the assist by Connor McDavid. He got a great pass in with some great time and effort. Yeah, I think that Corey Perry may have had that one with a great use. This time I'll say it was really changing everything. All you need to know is get some good pass in. He's got 2 more left until he gets hat trick.
Score for Edmonton Oilers. His first goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game scored by number 90, Corey Perry. Assisted by number 97, Connor McDavid. And by number 33, Victor Arvidsson. Time and a goal in the third period, 10 minutes, 49 seconds. Corey Perry his first goal in the playoffs, first goal of the game assisted by Connor McDavid and Arvidsson in the third period at 10:49 in the playoffs.
Skinner gives up to Nurse. Broken stick here, misses wide again. Klingberg will now have it over to Skinner. Knocked it with the hit. Behind the back. Rebound by Whitecloud. And it's over now to Mark Snow. Stone back to the middle. Shot. Easy pad and a cover save by Skinner. He'll stop it in with only 8:09 remaining in the third. Tearing down the 5-minute mark in the third period. 7-4 to score for Edmonton Oilers. The win for Deichel. Glove save by Skinner. And another glove save by Skinner. He'll have to stop here with only 8:03 remaining in the third. Well, you can't get away with this one. If the defender's on you, just take the cover. Don't try to mess that one up. Now the win gives the Oilers as Kulak will now swing it up to get Reek. And Reek to Pakulzin. And he takes it back. Here's Barbashev, sets it over to Bertrangelo. Watching from Wayne is Eichel. Eichel to Bertrangelo. Oh, he just almost went in right into the net, but that one still kept it up. Now they will take on for another puck drop. It is a 7-4 game still. The win for Edmonton. He'll get around the net. And sent to Pakulzin. Pakulzin looks to Kapanen. Here's Emerson, backhander save made by Hill. 7:33 remaining in the third as the game closes at the end of the regulation period. Eichel wins the faceoff. Emerson, when rocking from ahead, Pakulzin backhander shot blocked. Bertrangelo off to Barbashev. Barbashev. For a backhander, did the same thing, but it was right on the goaltender, Skinner, on the blocker. It's not really what happens with Pakulzin. He just tried to get a backhander, but the shot has been blocked again. And then with the rebounding, it goes right over to the Vegas Golden Knights. This is the big back-to-back switch, but no change has ever happened to do. They really need to get this one changing over to get that one off energetic on the rule. This won't change oftenly if they really need to get this one moving in straight. Now Henrique will fire that one around net to Kulak. Brett Kulak kicks it over, now finds it off to Emerson. Timing shot, stopping on the pad again on the defender, and rebound by Hurdle. Hurdle looks to Dorothea. Dorothea swinging middle, saved by Skinner. Emerson has it to Arvidsson. And Arvidsson will now gain the pass to McDavid. Carried away by Howden. And Mark Stone with the chance of rebound. Here's Ekholm. He will now try to get the pass again to Emerson. Emerson looks over to Hyman. He'll send a deep pass to Arvidsson. Great play here for the Edmonton Oilers on this big saucer chain. McDavid will have to try to regroup here, and he will have to give a swing off to Arvidsson, and he can't get it to go. Theodore will give it a side. It's now side with a chance. He got big of a hit. And Bouchard will have it over. 5:46 remaining. Stop made by Gill, and rebound by Draisaitl. His shot blocked, and he goes down. Here was a big chain off. I was not really expecting that this would change off happening. It really was hurt. I don't even wouldn't be mad at the fact that they would try to keep things up from coming. And they just need to get this one a bit straight. That's what happens with. Hill will glove that. McNabb. Barbashev. Theodore. Again to McNabb. 5:17 remaining in the third. And that one blocks it up. McNabb can't get it to go. Swings and misses, and Brown will have it over. The back behind him overway. And it's not going to go anywhere. This will go back into the hand of it. No offside, no problem. With under 5 minutes, presented by Discover in the third. Final 5 minutes remaining on the court. The rink, excuse me. Rebounded up now, finding Brown. Brown gives it over to Delmar. Here's Klingberg. Stops by Hill. 4:45 remaining in the third, nearing the end of regulation. We're under the 5-minute mark in the third period, and as for now, they will have to try to get back into the zone for the Edmonton Oilers and the Vegas Golden Knights. Now Barbashev will hand it over to Whitecloud, who finds Jack Eichel. The rebound by Eichel, he will now hand it over to Olsen. That one carried up too soon. It's rebound by Klingberg, and he'll now hand it over to Brown. Brown will swing back to Klingberg. There's a lot of chants going on for the Edmonton Oilers fans in Vegas. Nurse back to Klingberg, and he knocked that one down. Nurse tries to reset the group, now finding the Janmark in the zone with 4:10 remaining in the third. Here's another one to Klingberg as he gets another to Nurse. McDavid fires, good save by Hill. 4:03 remaining in the third period. They'll have to try to race it down in the boundary to get that extension up by 4. 14:27 and 3:27 is the time on attack for both teams. McDavid wins the face-off. Fires it. Going away into that. Stayed out. Arvidsson takes the Nurse again to Klingberg. Klingberg can't get it to go. Roll around with that to McDavid. Here's a pass to Nurse. That one blocks it by Whitecloud as this one man goes down as Lavoie takes over. Here's Lavoie. Pass to Dorfias. Saved by Skinner. 3:40 remaining in the third period. They'll be able to get things next group in to start for our next puck drop. All right there. I got one for a word for you. Who had a better night? So true. While I had saying the better night is going to be Connor McDavid, he made this one of an absolute insane positive. There's a better way to have that one change oftenly. I really love seeing things. What happens with Connor McDavid, he's really like giving a big tippers on the ring, and he just had that great assist to put on for Corey Perry and the others. Well, let's hope that there is a next game coming up for Connor McDavid and their teammates. They'll be enjoying their lifetime, and if they win, they'll be all even up. All right, thank you to Zotroop. Really graduate to appreciate that. Now he's going to do Arvidsson again. He scores 2 goals in the game for Victor Arvidsson, and he now gets his next goal in. It's Connor McDavid with the assist. He doesn't want to take the goal. He only wants the assist. Yeah, the assist is definitely the right idea. I mean, all I know for Victor Arvidsson, he now has 7 in the playoffs. That's 2 goals in the game, and you could definitely try to beat on over by Aiden Hill. Here's that wheels that he puts on for Connor McDavid. Here's a rush. He is right toward the other side of his zone. And when you pass from the center ice, you go right from blue to blue line, and there you have the other side. You watch the attackers. You're looking it over it, and you just give it over to Victor Arvidsson at the right timing, near the net, and that goal right in range. That is a better option for Connor McDavid to have the captain going on. So it's an 8-4 game as we're nearing the 3 minutes in the third period of game. And Pearson will have it right to in his zone. Back behind it, and Bouchard trying to settle it in. Colzer moves around, saved by Skinner, and he now has a Bouchard. Delay penalty going to be on the Vegas Golden Knights. They'll have to end things off from here. Yeah, it's not too good afterward. I mean, that's it. Vegas Golden Knights, they're done. They're definitely going to have to play that one afterwards, and they won't change it afterward to do it again. Slashing on Colzer.
Vegas penalty number 55. 2 minutes for slashing.
You don't do it afterward, and you don't do that entirely when you slash on that. And this is a bad choice for Colzer. That is just a little tad late that you don't give it off to. Just nearing down the final minute in the third period. 8-4. One last power play might be Victor Arvidsson if he gets his third goal.
Vegas penalty number 55. 2 minutes on slashing on Keegan Colzer. Time and penalty in the third period of playoffs, 2 minutes 54 seconds. Vegas penalty on the Golden Knights. Keegan Colzer, number 55, 2 minutes on the slashing. Time and penalty in the third of the playoffs, 2 minutes 54 seconds. That means your Golden Knights are in the penalty kill.
No need to attack here for Brown as he's back on defense. Here's Stone. The pass over. Hannafin shots blocked by Brown.
Score for the Edmonton Oilers. His 7th goal in the playoffs, 2 goals in the game. Score by number 33, Victor Arvidsson. Assisted by number 97, Connor McDavid. Top of the goal, 16 minutes, 53 seconds. Victor Arvidsson, his 2nd goal of the game. 7th goal in the playoffs, assisted by Connor McDavid in the third period at 16:53 in the playoffs.
And this one is off again by the goaltender. Draisaitl. Hyman fires it, trying to stop on in, and McDavid went a little too soon afterwards, and Howden will have to clear that one out. This one will clear the zone out of here for Nugent Hopkins. and he'll have to fire that one out of here. They will set it up, and this will end it here. Hannafin will give it over to Jack Eichel. He finds Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo to Eichel. Stop made by Skinner. Just 36 seconds remaining, and 1:14 the third. Just a bit finished here as we have a merging down here in a 1-minute mark into the third. Pretty finished. Here's Brown. He'll send that one out of here in his own. And here's Pietrangelo. Right toward the Brown on the shot. Big save by Aiden Hale. We are down to a final minute in the third period.
There's only 1 minute remaining in the third period.
This one carries it out. Echo will have it out. And carries off to Nurse. There's Ruben Brown. 50 seconds remaining in the game. And here's Henry. Passes up to Nurse. They'll tell you to Henry. Henry's shot blocked. And the penalty will be down, and that'll be it for the Golden Knights as they're up. And 1 man is out of here, and the power play is over for the Oilers. Well, it wasn't easier before than I was expected to be. But this really must have mentioned that it was not really the easier game that they ever chosen. All what happens with now, I mean, they just like kept on coming back. They're not always like playing it off really hard the entire time. Michael goes down, rebound by Brown, and that's going to end the game. So the Edmonton Oilers have tied this series up, and it's an 8-4 game as they beat the Golden Knights. Final score 8-4, and it's now a 1-1 tie series in the game. Edmonton Oilers are heading back to Edmonton, Canada, in game number 3.
And that's going to end the game. Your final score, Edmonton Oilers 8, and the Vegas Golden Knights 4 in game 2.
At T-Mobile Arena.
It's been a congratulations to Skinner. Every time when you get this thing done, it doesn't get anything, job right.
So that's it for now. Along my broadcast partner with Tyler Beast, and of course the other one, he had No Truth, and it's Cool Beast and Beer Mini. I'm Roy Cruz. Thank you for watching our part of the playoffs of the game of the NHL 25. We'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Good night. Thanks, Roy. And now it's time for 3 star players of the game. Victor Olofsson is the first goal, 1 assist, and 8 hits. The 3rd star player of the game. Then, the 2nd star player of the game. The other side of it for the Edmonton Oilers was Connor McDavid, who had 1 goal, 2 assists, and 5 hits. He only did that with just the wheels and gives off to Victor Arvidsson with the 2-on-1 attack. There's no other way, but he had that full pressuring, and he just had that one looking right at his eye. That's definitely how crazy it gets on the other side of it. And this pass to Arvidsson with that goal. And your 1st star player of the game is Victor Arvidsson with 2 goals, 2 assists, and 7 hits. He done it absolutely the same thing. Only just that, making its way down, and then the pass up to get the goal. Here's a look at the total statistics. It was 79/62 for the Edmonton total shots on goal, 112/76 hits for Vegas Golden Knights, and it was 1528/346 time on attack for Edmonton Oilers, 91/80 for Vegas Golden Knights in the passing effectiveness. And then we have it across is 38/33 face-off wins for Edmonton Oilers. An 8-minute penalty kill only made for Vegas Golden Knights, just 2 power play goals with only 540. Well, that's it now here, fellas, and we also would like to say is that the Edmonton Oilers are trying to make a switch here, so they could end it up by making their win, so they are in a tie series. If they win 2 games in a row at home, they'll move on to the conference semifinals, to the conference finals, to face against the winning team. And it might be Dallas Stars that might be its next victim to get back to the Western Conference. Last postseason, the Stars played against the Vancouver Canucks in the Western Conference Finals. Since that made 6 games in a row to tie that even. And then Game 7, it was Vancouver. But I think the Edmonton Oilers might face against the Dallas Stars the next one. We'll see how it happens here by the next couple days, and we'll get ready for game number 3. In the meantime, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all again pretty soon on the other side of it for the NBA and the NHL. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for watching. Until we see you again for our next part of the games of the NBA playoffs. Peace out, everyone. For a while, as the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs on EA Sports Style. This is LJ and Son of Beast. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again for the next one. Good night in Vegas.
If you don't, somebody will.